Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. Today is probably an adventure that some of you have been waiting on. Several months ago, if you've been a follower of my channel, thanks for sticking around. You know that my wife and I moved, and so I had to pack up my music room and put it all into storage, and then I was able to get it out of storage into my new space. And it's a bigger space, as you'll see, and I've got it set up, I feel like, pretty satisfactory to my liking for now. And so I want to show you guys what we're dealing with and how we're doing on this music room, and maybe stick around a little bit afterwards, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing with this channel as far as future content and everything of that nature. I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, the people that have stuck with me. It's been a process, but I'm really glad to be in the space where I am, and just really stoked. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, I want to ask that you please do so. Hit the little subscribe button down below. Also hit that bell. It notifies you when there's new content here. As well as liking, giving the old thumbs up there if you like what you're seeing, and comment. I do try to respond to the comments that I get, and so comment and tell me what you think. You know, I'm always up for a good dialogue. So without further ado, let's check out the new space. I know that's what you're here to see, so let's look at it. So as you walk in the door, everything kind of centers on that, which is sort of the main part of the room. But let's kind of go around the room and see what we've got. First off, as you come in the door, there's the old Beatles right above, and different magnets, Elvis and guitars and stickers and whatnot. So the first thing you see as you come in is my bookshelf, which you saw in the last room. Same bookshelf with some different things. Paul McCartney poster. Books mostly pertaining to music and everything. The old banjo. There's the Brian Wilson Smile poster, which you guys probably remember from the last music room. Coming around the room, most of that down there is like easy listening stuff. There's the old lamp and Jimmy. One of the things that I got to do that you may have noticed that was not in the last room was CDs. I have quite a few CDs. These are Bob Dylan posters, concert posters, all Dylan shows that I went to, the way the wall's designed. Had to hang them that way. But back to this, I was able to unpack my CD collection that's been packed up for around 5 or 6 years. And so the only thing I've been able to really show has been vinyl. And so I do have quite a CD collection as well. And so I built these shelves to store them, and was able to get them out. And as you go around the room here, from the door, there's the other record rack. There's Mr. Hazelwood hanging out in the corner. So we'll walk this way a little bit and come around the room. And so this is the 45s, a few of the 45s and 10 inches, which I don't do a whole lot of. And this shelf, just like in the last room, what I would call major collections. These are people and groups that I have probably, more than probably 5 or 6 records of. So they take up space on this shelf that does quite well. So like stuff like Bob Dylan and the Byrds, ELO, some of my favorite artists, they occupy space on here. And as you can tell, I kind of have some space available because, like most of you, I don't stop collecting records. So there they are. As we come around the room, here's more Dylan posters. These are all shows that I attended. And of course, the bulk of the CD collection takes up this space. So that's a lot that's all. Well, that's all my CDs. And like I said, they kind of come around, and I built those shelves. Now here I got a new shelf that I got, and this is Beatles and solo Beatles. There's some books down there, but I decided just to have a space dedicated to my Beatles collection, just because they take up so much space. But Beatles, solo Beatles, everything Beatles related, kind of for the most part, is there. Of course, some Beatle toys and everything are on there. And so that takes up that space. And here are the old record racks that came from the record store in Mississippi that I've had with me for the last number of years. I love these flip racks. It's a great way to store records, and you can just flip through and pull out whatever you need. So that's pretty cool. And that's all pop rock, soul, country. I don't distinguish between genres usually. Like I said, I've got the easy listening over there, and so that takes up that. And of course, Beatles and what I call major collections. Again, CDs, they're all the same kind of thing, alphabetical order. And so as you move around the room, I have my cleaning station there where I can clean some of my guitar stuff under here, my amp and whatnot. I got a new turntable, as you can see, the Audio-Technica 120, which is a good workhorse. Also got a new receiver. This is an NAD 7240. Love this thing. Really, really cool. The old receiver, which is still up here, I still have it. The Kenwood that I was using, the phono jacks kind of went out on me. So those are old car tags. There's the old turntable, still in use, and then the CD player. And so over here in this corner, like I said, cleaning station. This is where I clean stuff. And this is my stack to be cleaned. New records that I've obtained. Back behind on the wall here, autographed LPs and CDs and what have you. Now this is my to listen to stack. This is my stuff that I've not listened to yet, and so just transferred over here. Pretty much this stack here are all the things that I've acquired in the last several months from Record Store Day on, and I've knocked out quite a bit of it, but and I told you guys I'm not making a video on this stuff just because it would take hours and hours and hours. But these are all records that I've picked up in the last few months. This particular stack. Now, this stack was the to listen to stack from the other. I've got a little refrigerator in here. Now, up top here is storage. There's the old Bose speakers. I get quite a few remarks about that, but those speakers are not currently hooked up. They will be hooked up probably in the next few weeks. But all this is just storage and toys and different things like that. So nothing major as far as music collecting, but they do occupy space in the music room. There's old Charlie Watts up there hanging out. So my main speakers are these Klipsch speakers that are down here on the floor. Those are the speakers that mainly get used. There's my Tales from the Dead Wax poster, Andy Borders. Hi, Andy. Really cool comic that he did. Now, under here, that's my Atlanta Braves baseball bobblehead collection. Inside of this is a record, and I'm going to open it up, a record rack that I purchased in my downtime. Put it in storage. This is all like various artists in jazz, comedy. So they're down here taking up space in this vintage little record rack. So it created a little more space as well. So going around the room, we come to the old desk. If you remember in the old music room, I had the desk. And up top here, this is all Third Man records, Third Man record releases. These are Third Man 45s. and Third Man Vault. There are box sets down here taking up that space, CD box sets. And then up here, just a few more toys and collectibles. There's a drawing or a thing I had done by my friend Thomas Jackson down in Mississippi of Jack White. So for you Third Man people, some more toys and collectibles and just different things of that nature taking up that space. And that brings us back around to this part of the room. And I guess the main focal point of the room is what I would call the listening area. I have two comfortable chairs that I actually picked up at a local Goodwill that sits kind of centered in the room. Various magazines and books to read, to go over if you're so inclined. Just kind of sitting out on the table, the coffee table. And so it's a good place to sit and just listen to music. And so we'll kind of go around the room one time to get just a good overview. I'm going to go back to this corner. And as you come in and you go around the room here, CDs, records, cleaning station, turntable, receiver, desk, more CDs, books, banjo. So that is the music room. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the tour of the room. It's a bigger space than obviously the one before. Hence, the CDs got to come out and make a return. And so I'm really happy with it. It came out very well. I had to put new carpet on the floor and do some minor things in here, but not too much. Like I said, I built the shelves for the CDs. And so it took a little time, but it was worth it. I wanted to do it right because I know this is a space that I'm going to enjoy for a while and make the most of it. So as you can tell, I've kind of rebranded the channel. It's called Tommy's Musical Adventures. And based on the first sort of thing I did, and if you watch the little preview video, what I really hope to do with this is maybe take you guys along for some record store visits, if there's any kind of musical map kind of things. So I want to kind of get out of just talking about only vinyl or just, I'm still going to do that because a lot of you kindly encouraged me to keep that up, and I do plan to do so. So I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit. So it's not going to be all road trip type material, but it's also not going to be all just stuff set in here either. So I'm going to try to balance it out a little bit for you guys. And so, you know, if you prefer the record store visits and those kinds of things, that's great. If you prefer this kind of stuff, that's fine too. Watch what you feel compelled to watch, and I hope it's all entertaining and interesting. And again, I really appreciate everybody that kind of stuck with me. I know it's been a bit of a dry spell, but hopefully it'll be worth the wait as new content comes and comes in. I know you guys have kind of been waiting on the music room tour. Well, here it is. And so glad to be back here doing some videos for you guys, and just stay tuned for more content. I hope that it's always informative and entertaining, and like I said, that it can spark some discussion. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.